Grandma DC here. Oh, and just got home from work a little while ago and had a nap. Haven't had a chance to fix my hair or nothing. And I got to thinking, I've worked so many hours this week that I've lost track of days. I think today is Wednesday. It seems like it should be Wednesday 2 weeks from now. As much as I have been working. I've been doing a lot of double shifts, you know. So if you just joined me and you never have before, welcome to my messy world, my messy house. There, I can see you now. And it's kind of gray out today. Looks like it's going to rain. I don't know. Did I get it all? Ugh, what do I care? Okay. Debbie's out of fat bombs, and I'm out of pork rind bread. This cannot happen. No. So I'm going to just be talking to you all, and I'm going to be making something to eat and take with me to work, and Scudner is going to be taking things out of the trash and running outside with them. I guess that's his job today. I got some meat unthawing. I haven't had meat in I don't know how many days, maybe a week or two. I hope you can see down here. I was just going to talk to you while I made some bread and pizza crust, because I've been making my pizza crust out of this. This is a 1/3 cup measure. I'm going to put it into a 1 cup. And I ground up my pork rinds. For those of you that have not seen my bread recipe, et voila, here it is again. There's a cup of pork rinds, and here looks like another cup in here. I'm just going to dump that all in. So that's 2 cups of pork rinds. I'm making a big batch because Debbie needs some bread too. And I've gotten in the habit of making a pretty big batch just to share around with everybody and all my friends. And with you. There's that. I'm going to put 3 eggs in this one. But I tell I'm going to do something a little bit different. I have discovered if I beat those egg whites up, that it makes it just a little bit fluffier. And I like the texture. So I'll separate these. Good. And there you go. Simple as that. So now we got our 2 big cups of pork rinds in here. And we got 3 egg yolks, and we got our 3 egg whites here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add nearly half a cup, I think, because I usually do 1/4 of whatever the pork rinds were, of my isopure powder. I like it a little heavy on the isopure. It just gives it more protein. To me, that's just personal. It doesn't matter, however you like. Some people like more isopure, less pork rinds. Hey, this recipe is really forgiving. It's up to you. Now I'm going to beat up these egg whites into, you know, soft peaks. And there you go. Soft peaks. And I'm going to put in, well, I have my pinch and my dabs here. No, I'm going to put in like, nice big teaspoon of double acting baking powder. I like it to rise and be fluffy. I'm going to pour in probably a good half a cup, there we go, of heavy whipping cream into this. And I usually put sour cream. But I'm going to go ahead and put half a cup of water. And I'm going to stir that up. And then I'm going to go get my sour cream that I make and put a couple of tablespoons of that in here. There's 1 and 2. 2 big tablespoons. This is way too stiff. As you can see, way too stiff. And this is where it comes to your own. you gotta go, yeah, that's too stiff. Okay, I'm gonna get another cup of water. I kind of just splash it in a little at a time because I don't want to get it, you know, so runny that, you know, it's not batter-like anymore, or it runs all over the place. Although I find when it's thinner, it does really good for pizza crust. So, and I am going to use it for some of that. I'm making myself a pizza today, which I have done before, and it turned out really good. So I'm going to end up putting another splash, not quite the whole cup of water in here. And then it gets easy to stir, and it gets more batter-like. put the whole cup in there. I think you'd be all right. It's that when you start adding the water to get it to that batter consistency, that's when you gotta start using those cooking skills and cooking by the seat of your pants. You know, I tried to show you all the time that, you know, that is a nice, you can stir it easily. It's a nice batter consistency. Now here's the little trick that I changed since I first came up with the recipe. And this is just something I found out I liked, and that is I beat those egg whites, and now I'm going to fold them in. And everybody, you know how to fold, right? You just do this over and over until you don't have to see any of the whites anymore. So I'm just going to fold it in. It seems to kind of make the batter lighter and helps that bread texture. If you don't want to take the time to do this, by all means, just toss them puppies in there. It still turns out. No problems at all. And we're going to get in there. Stir up. All right. As soon as I get this done, I'm going to make me some sandwich rounds because they're easier to haul to work and to take with me. People have been putting cheese in this and garlic and everything else. It's an awesome recipe. Tell me what your additive was and how you liked it, because you can do anything with this. I had to order me another one of these muffin top pans because I have about wore this one out. Not really. It's fine. It's just I found that I use it so much that sometimes I like to make a double batch, and I'm in a hurry all the time. I don't have time to wait to cook one and then cook another one. So I did do that. I don't know if you can tell, but this is a much fluffier batter once you fold in the egg whites. And I'm going to do this for the bread, and then once I get my sandwich rounds done, I'm going to take what's left and I'm going to make a pizza base. I may thin it out a bit more. I like the muffin top pan because it gives you like a crispiness all the way around, and then you can cut them apart and they're nice and thin, like you would like them to be. Because you don't want, this is a really heavy bread, and you don't want just that filling you up. You want to be able to taste those, whatever you put in it. My personal favorite, turkey and Swiss, mayo. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. So I like to taste my turkey and my Swiss and my mayo. And I'm going to set these aside for just a second because I have to get my hot pans out of the oven. I've had these little pizza pans and they're getting hot. Now the other day I had bacon grease that I put in them. But I used my bacon grease. Look at that. I got that on my thinner. Still good. Alright, I'm going to thin this out just a hair more because I want it to pour. And this I'm going to make pizzas out of. So you can use this bread recipe for pizza crust. Yes, it works. I have done it. I didn't vlog it because I was in a hurry to get back to work. So I'm going to thin this out some more. As a matter of fact, I think I will even put a little extra water in it because I want this to be nice and pourable. So there it is. You can see soft, it's running. And let's put it in this hot pan. We can do it without touching it. And spread it out thin. Alright, I've got the batter in my hot pans. I'm going to sit it in here. We're only going to cook this for like 5 to 10 minutes. Just to set it, because we're going to be adding pizza topping to it. And I'm going to go ahead and put my bread rounds in. I'll be back. I hope. I've got them out of the oven. And, someone mentioned they're set, but they're not like cooked all the way through. I mean, they be okay. But we're going to put them back in with all the toppings on, so I didn't want to cook them like till they were browned. So I just set them for, 10 minutes, and those are fine. Someone mentioned that they're like cornbread. All keto bread is like cornbread to me. I actually have some cornbread flavoring over here that I purchased. One of these days I'm actually going to make some of this and put that in it and make it taste like cornbread. In the meantime, what have I done? Okay, well, I've got chicken in here cooking with some bacon. I put some bacon in here, and I still have my rounds cooking. So, I'm multitasking. Not something I like to do very often, but sometimes. Now, since my pizza is going to be a chicken bacon ranch, I'm going to season my chicken with ranch seasonings, which is onion powder, a little bit of onion powder, and maybe a little more onion powder. I like that stuff. Just a little bit. A little garlic, dill weed, and chives. You could always use onion. Or leave out the garlic if you don't like garlic. Remember, cooking is your own personal thing, you know. Little dill. I just happen to really like the taste of dill. So I'll put a little extra in there for me. And the chives. Scud's down here dancing. He said, "Oh, that chicken and bacon smells good." And it does. You don't have smell-o-vision. I'm sorry. This is a bacon. We're for flavor. I got a couple of pieces of bacon in there cooking with the chicken. And put a top on that and let it cook, which is just about done. And then the bacon will be done. And we will be ready to put this all together. Okay, I shredded the chicken. It's in here cooking with the couple of strips of bacon. And as soon as it's done, and as soon as the other bacon's crispy and done in the oven, we will be ready to assemble these pizzas. And we'll be ready to wrap up our bread to take with us to work. I'm back. And here's my new little gadget I got. Someone had recommended that. It's not a very expensive one, and it took it weeks to come in from Amazon. But it does work really good for stirring my bulletproof coffee. And it does make it somehow taste better. I don't know why. Oh! Our bacon should be just about done. I have to tell you, while we're waiting for that, I added a little bit of avocado oil to the chicken and salt and pepper. You know, you taste it and you go, that needs something. And it really was too dry. So, aha! Frothy goodness! Yes. Okay. So the chicken and the bacon is now done. It's looking nice and hope you can see it. Hope you can see it. Nice and kind of crisped up. When I added that oil, it helped the chicken kind of crisp up a little. And my bacon is crispy crunchy out of the oven. So I am going to do something weird. What's new, Grandma? Okay. I'm going to take a little of this bacon grease, and I'm going to pour it right around. It's hot and boiling, and I'm going to pour it right around the edge of this crust.
More over there. Oops, maybe.
Too much. Now the other day I made ranch dressing, you know, mayonnaise, heavy whipping cream, and spices. You can always put a little vinegar in it if you want it, you know, tangier. And I'm going to use this. It's gotten thicker when it's been in the refrigerator, and I'm going to use this as the base for my chicken bacon ranch pizza. Yay! Okay. Enough excitement over the chicken bacon ranch pizza. Although I have to say, I made this the other day and took some to Debbie, and she was just enamored of it. She said it's the best thing she tasted in a long time. I wouldn't say it's the best thing I've tasted. Of course, I've tasted some pretty good stuff. But it was pretty decent. You can't eat more than just a small sliver of it, though, because boy, is it rich. All right. There we go. Be generous with it. Now we're going to divide the chicken up onto it and spread it around. I'll be back. And I'm back. We've got our bacon and our chicken on here. And now I'm going to put provolone on it. You could put mozzarella, cheddar, whatever you like. I just happen to have provolone. So I'm going to put a nice generous amount on here. Maybe 5 slices on here. One in the middle. Do the same to the other one. And that's all I'm going to do. Between the seasonings and the bacon and everything else, I think it's good enough. But if you wanted to drizzle some butter or some Italian seasonings on this, you be my guest, or even more dill and garlic and other seasonings like that. I particularly like garlic, so now that I'm talking about it, I think I'll sprinkle a little garlic around the edges here where I can see them, and maybe just a little. It may burn, I don't know. But I think pizzas can never have enough garlic on them, and that is just me. And we'll be back and check it in 10 minutes. In the meantime, since I'm taking the pizzas to work with me tonight, I have cut open one of my things. I have a little bit of chicken left over here, and I'm going to put some chicken on this, and I have some bacon. I'm going to put the bacon on here, and I have some mayonnaise, and I have some lettuce, and I just happened to pick some little bitty cherry tomatoes. Okay, so I got a little bit of tomato on here. I got my bacon. I'm going to put a little mayo on here. I like to have quite a bit of mayo with this bread because it can be a little on the dry side, like all zero carb or low carb bread is almost always a little bit dry. That or it's falling apart like a cloud. And I have a little bit of lettuce. Not a lot of lettuce, just a little bit of lettuce. I don't like a lot. And there you have it. A keto BLT with some chicken. I'm eating that for dinner. I'm taking the pizzas for either tomorrow or to tomorrow, tonight, whenever. I may have tomorrow off if I'm lucky. I worked a whole bunch of double shifts this week from 2:30 in the afternoon to 8 in the morning. And guys, I may have made a real huge mistake because I agreed to train at another house and it's all women. Yeah, everyone kept saying, oh, it's so easy, it's so easy, and I knew I was being lied to. There is more paint, powder, puff, washing, powdering, creaming, blow drying, and they don't pick up after themselves at all. As I have said before, I am guilty of being a little bit slovenly myself. It is the nature of the beast. And people get on and make comments about it. I said, I never said I was a good housekeeper. But having to run around constantly picking up after other people doesn't make me any better in my own house. It makes me go, yeah, I got no one running around picking up after me. I don't care. Alright, well, don't forget to like, share, or subscribe. I love you all. Wherever you are, be healthy, get well, keep smiling. I'm sorry I am not the most jovial of people today. I am just too tired. Maybe after I eat a little something and drink my keto, caffeine-free keto coffee, bulletproof coffee. Hey, I got Debbie to taste the bulletproof coffee, and she actually liked it. That can help her out a lot. She wasn't getting enough fats in, so she was getting hungry. All right. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep up with the insanity. And I love you all, and I will talk to you later. I'll show you a snapshot of these pizzas when they get done. Bye-bye. There they are. Chicken bacon ranch pizzas. All cooked up, all sizzling. Oh, Debbie's going to like this one. And what was the point of putting the bacon grease around the edge? Crispiness. Bye. Love y'all. Have a nice day.